So, Dad, the other thing that happened in the NHL that a lot of people are talking about is Jay Beagle got into a fight with Troy Terry of the Ducks, who's a goal scorer. It was his first fight ever, and really gave it to him. And
Yeah, I saw it.
He cut him up pretty bad. And so what'd you think of that whole situation?
The trouble is when you get into scrums, you don't know who you're going to grab. But
Well, I think the one thing that was going on was afterwards was Teemu Selanne, who put out a tweet.
Yeah.
And his tweet was, "Don't like how these young Duck stars are getting pushed around. We need a couple of Ty Dummies here now. Joke is over."
Well, they got rid of their tough guys, did
Right. They got rid of Manson and Delorier.
I knew you were going to talk to me about this, so I wrote a few things down. The reason now somebody had stepped in there in that fight, he would have got a 2, 5, and a 10. Now, if you get a couple of those and 2, 5, and a 10, I mean, it sounds unbelievable that you stepped in to help the.
Because when you're watching it, it's like, why wouldn't one of the Ducks jump in there?
Because he would have got a 2, 5, and a 10.
Well, it was 5-0. There was 4 minutes left in the game.
Well, I don't think you have to worry about too many of the Ducks now that they got rid of the tough guys stepping in there.
Step in?
Because they said, we don't want that to happen to us. So I wrote a few things down. And this was before, I forget, Gil Stein, I think it was the guy that put this.
Gil Stein was the guy that put the instigator rule in.
Instigator rule. And the rule, this kills me. They put it in because he didn't want the tough guys picking on the stars. Now, Gretzky had Semenko and McSorley. Bossy had Nystrom and Gillis. Leach, they had a whole bunch of guys, but we'll say Schultz.
Yeah.
Yzerman had the Bruce brothers, Probert and Kosher. If you even looked at sideways at them, there was an excuse for them. Hall, I could go on and on. Hall had Chase and Tony Twist. I could go on and on and on. And the reason that they scored so many goals was because they were protected. The stars were protected back in those days. And now they're not protected at all. E.g., if you want Crosby and Lemieux,
Yeah.
and they were never protected. And you saw Matthews. But if you wanted Matthews doing ragdoll, nobody stepped in to help him.
Poor McDavid, he constantly gets.
Oh, and McDavid, nobody steps in to help him. If Semenko and them had been there, he would have never been tripped as many times as being tripped. What I'm saying is, Selanne was right. Where is Ty Domi?